I want to give you guys 3 signs that a tornado is in your area and about to hit you. Take cover. In 2018, 2 days before my birthday, me and my son CJ was coming from the grocery store. Now, we were on Wilmington Island at the time, and we lived in Sandfly, and the grocery store we were coming from was a Kroger. And there's a long road that, if you take that road at Wilmington Island all the way to Sandfly where we lived at, it was a long road, had trees on over the top of it, but you could see down that long road, right? You could see all the way to the end of it. So I'm driving, coming down the road, and all of a sudden I saw at the end of the road where I was driving, it kept getting darker and darker. And the trees were over. I saw the leaves coming down from the trees, and I was like, what's going on, you know? So I kept driving, didn't think anything of it. The closer I got to the end of the road, the darker the road kept becoming, and it was broad daylight. By the time I got to the end of that road, all of a sudden, hail was just coming down on my car like bullets. And it was so scary because when the hail was coming down, it was coming down like it was a machine gun. Da, 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 da. It was coming out like that. So many, I thought my windshield was about to crack. And CJ at the time, you know, he's a little cat. He in the back seat and he's smiling and laughing like it's fun. I'm terrified. You know, here it is, I got my son, I'm out here and I'm like, and I kind of knew the signs of a tornado. When I know hail is one of the first things you notice. The second thing you notice is you hear something like a freight train. It sounds like a freight train coming, you know, and I started hearing that. And then at that same time, the radio comes on and says, there's a tornado in your area. And I'm like, no S, you know what I'm saying? So I'm totally terrified, blowed, whatever you want to call it. All of a sudden, man, and this is God's my witness, all of a sudden, it got pitch black. Everything. I'm on the road driving. At this point, I'm going as slow as I can because I can't see anything. It's pitch black. It's like if you go in a room at nighttime and you cut off all the lights, that's what it looked like. Nothing, I can't see anything. To the side of me, to the front of me, I can't see in the car. It's pitch black. So, and I'm still driving now, slowly. I may be going 2 or 3 miles an hour. I just stopped the car. I was scared somebody's gonna run in the back of me. It was like that for about 10 to 15 seconds. And all I heard was the freight train. That's all I heard was the freight train. After the lights started coming in, when the lights started coming in, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sandfly, but there's a Jalapenos, little shopping center has a Jalapenos on the right-hand side. When the lights started coming in, I saw the Jalapenos over there to the right. Then I saw the piece of joint, and then I was just, I'm froze. I ain't gonna front. I'm not even lying to you. I'm totally froze. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in shock. The car is just rolling. It's not, you know, I didn't put it in park or anything like that. It's just rolling slowly. So I get to the parking lot where the Jalapenos and the pizza spot is, and I see people in Jalapenos, and it's like slow motion. Turn to the right and I see people opening the door of the Jalapenos, and all of them are doing this, right? And it's like they're in slow motion. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I look to the left of me, I see a tree that's a huge tree that's uprooted from the ground. So then it comes back to me, slow motion stops, I'm back to live action. I roll my window down, and which I was terrified of doing because I didn't want to I know a tornado was in the area and I didn't want to be sucked out the doggone window, but I rolled the window down. That's when I started hearing the people in jalapenos, come in down, come in. They're hollering at me and CJ to come in the building. And at the time, I did not know that I was just in something. So I'm worried about going out the car. I'm worried about taking CJ out the car and going into a building when there's a tornado somewhere around here, you know? So it took a lot of courage for me to grab CJ, and again, he's in the back seat, ducked down. So I grabbed him, pulled him up to the front, and I opened the side door, put the car in park, of course, and I run out. I'm scared to push CJ out, man. It's like giving me chills right now. I was scared to push him out. So I pushed him out the front door on the side door, and then I was right behind him, and I grabbed him. I wouldn't let him go. And I grabbed him, and I just carried him to that front door. And when I got into the front door, people were just staring at me. And I was wondering, you know, what's wrong, you know? And I kept asking me, "You okay? You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, we're fine. We're good. Why are you guys staring at me?" And they said, "Sir, you were actually in a tornado. You were in the tornado." They said they saw the tornado and they didn't see my car anymore. They only saw the funnel. See, there's a reason why I'm here. Thank God, man, for protecting me and my son. I never told the story to anybody but my wife and my mom. My family knows about it. But I never came on social media to share it. And the reason why I'm sharing it today is because, you know, I went through something like that, and I want people to know the signs of it. You know, today, I just looked outside of my house, and, you know, it's supposed to be bad weather here in Georgia. And I looked outside my house, and I saw the hail coming down. And I said, man, it spooked me out, man. It was coming down. It wasn't coming down to the effect it was when I was in the tornado before in 2018, but it was coming down. And I know that's one of the signs. So what I want to do here, I want to come on here and share with you guys signs of a tornado was on the way. Number one, listen for that sound of a train, freight train, thunderous. Number two, the hail. If you see hail, take cover. If you're looking out your window or you hear it outside, take cover. Number three, total darkness. It's gonna be dark. And sometimes it won't be pitch black dark, it'll just be dark. Just take cover, get in an area where it's low. If you're in your car, get low in the car, get away from the windows. Just be careful. All right, guys, I hope this helps someone. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.